Imagine being where you are and owning a piece of an asset, let's say a real estate.
Okay, I'm there.
And you've never been in that location where that asset is, and you can do away with it anytime you want.
Indulge me. For 1 second, pretend that I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm there.
Because it's all on-chain. Now let's talk about tokenization, real-world asset tokenization, what it is, how it works, and how you can be a part of the real-world tokenization, how you can own a piece of different assets in different locations around the world.
Show me.
I welcome you to the deep dive of one of the biggest revolutions happening in crypto and finance today, tokenization of real-world assets. So in this video, we're going to explore what tokenization really means, how it works, the industry it's transforming, and why it's being called the next trillion-dollar opportunity on the blockchain. By the end of this section, or by the end of this video, you understand how assets like the real estate, gold, stocks, and even artwork can exist as digital tokens, and what this means for investors, institutions, and global economies. Now, let's start from the basics. What's tokenization? Tokenization simply means converting ownership, right, of a physical or real-world asset into a digital token on the blockchain. Each token represents a share or fraction of that asset. Imagine owning 1/10 of a luxury apartment in Dubai, or a small share of a Picasso painting, or even a piece of farmland, all stored as digital tokens that can be traded anytime, anywhere. This is the power of tokenization: fraction ownership, transparency, and global liquidity. Now, traditional assets like real estate and commodities have always been valuable but not illiquid. It's difficult to buy or sell them quickly. An ownership transfer involves intermediaries, paperwork, and long waiting period, you know by now. When asset is tokenized, it becomes tradable, almost like a cryptocurrency, enabling instant settlement and global access without the need for centralized control. Let's take a real estate as a clear example. Through tokenization, a property worth $1 million can be divided into 1,000 tokens worth $1,000 each. Investors from anywhere around the world can buy these tokens, own a share of the property. The blockchain records each transaction, making ownership transparent, secure, and immutable. Now, when rent is collected or the property appreciates, token holders can automatically receive dividends or profit via smart contract. Now let's move to another example: gold tokenization. Gold has been a store of value for centuries, but owning physical gold comes with challenges like storage, insurance, transportation, and risks. With tokenized gold, each token represents a specific quantity of gold held in a secure vault. You can trade it instantly, use it as collateral, or redeem it for actual meta anytime. This is not theoretical. Platforms like Paxo Gold and Tether Gold are already doing this successfully. Now, if we check the price of Paxo Gold, you see that check the price of Paxo Gold, check the price of the gold in the forex market, you see that they are together, they move simultaneously. Now, that means that the Paxo Gold is pegged with the real gold, which means even if you buy $100 of the Paxo Gold, it means that you are holding $100 worth of gold, and if gold appreciates, you are also going to get that same $100 appreciate. I don't know if you get the point. Now, the same principle applies to other real-world assets such as stocks, bonds, carbon credits, artwork, and even music royalties. Each of these can be represented digitally, allowing partial ownership and faster transactions. Think of it as a digital mirror of the real-world economy, where every physical or legal asset has a digital twin. Tokenization creates new investment opportunities and makes the global economy more inclusive. So how does tokenization technically work? It involves four main components. The first, the asset itself, a tangible or intangible real-world asset that holds value. That first. The second, legal structure. Ensure that the token legally represents ownerships or claim on the underlying asset. Third, the blockchain infrastructure, where tokens are created, stored, and traded. And the fourth, smart contracts, which automate the issuance and trading and compliance process. Together, these elements make tokenization secure, transparent, and programmable. There are two major types of tokens used in this system. These tokens, which are security tokens and utility tokens. Security tokens represent ownership in an underlying asset like equity or debt instruments. They are subject to security regulations with the SEC. Utility tokens, on the other hand, gives holders access to services or ecosystem features, not direct ownership. In tokenization of real-world asset, we mostly deal with security tokens, which fall under what is known as the STO, security tokens offerings. Security tokens offerings are a regulated way of issuing asset-backed tokens to invest. They are similar to traditional securities but recorded and managed on the blockchain. This ensures compliance with the laws, protection of investors, and legitimacy for issuers. Projects like securitized polymaths and tokenized solutions specialize in helping companies launch compliant STOs. This regulatory integration is key to bringing real-world finance into the blockchain. Let's talk about the benefits of tokenizations. Tokenization provides liquidity to traditional illiquid markets. It enables fractional ownership, allowing small investors to access high-value assets. It reduces intermediaries, lowering costs and transaction times. It ensures transparency, and as well, all transactions are recorded on-chain. And it opens up global participation, meaning someone in Lagos can invest in real estate in London and an art gallery in Paris, which is just a few clicks away. But every innovation comes with challenges. Legal framework differs from country to country, making global adoption a bit complex. Custody of the underlying asset must be ensured and secure. Custody of the underlying assets must be secure and verifiable. Regulatory uncertainty can slow progress. Then there is the issues of interoperability, ensuring that tokenized assets can move across different blockchains seamlessly. Despite these hurdles, momentum is growing fast as governments and institutions begin to adapt. Let's look at some real-world examples. Switzerland, Singapore, and the United Emirates are leading the way in developing clear framework for tokenized assets. The BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, recently announced tokenization as one of the next frontier for finance. The European Investment Bank has already issued digital bonds on the blockchain. And in Asia, several real estate companies have started tokenizing luxury properties for fractional investors. The movement is global and unstoppable. One of the most promising applications is tokenized treasury bills and bonds. Projects like O&O Finance and Matrix Docs are bringing US Treasuries yield to blockchain investors through tokenized products. This allows DeFi users to earn stable regulated returns backed by real-world government securities. The result is a new fusion of traditional finance and decentralized finance, often called real-world asset DeFi or real-world or ROWA DeFi. Let's explore real-world DeFi deeper. Let's see what it is. DeFi has long suffered from volatility, over-collateralization, and speculative assets. By integrating real-world assets like bonds, invoices, commodities, DeFi becomes more stable and sustainable. Protocols such as MakerDAO, Centrifuge, and Mapo Finance already accepting real-world asset collateral for loans. This unlocks trillions in liquidity that is used to trap traditional system. Tokenization has massive implications for government and institutions. Central banks can issue digital bonds. Companies can raise capital through tokenized equity of offerings. Properties registries can be moved to blockchain for instant verification of ownership. Even cultural assets such as national monuments of indigenous arts can be preserved and monetized through tokenization. This isn't just finance, it's digital transformation at economic level. So what role do investors play? Investor can gain access to diversified portfolio that was previously limited to the wealthy. Imagine owning a small part of gold reserves, wind farms, or startup shares, all within a single digital wallet. Tokenization also increases liquidity, allowing investors to trade assets 24/7 without relying on traditional exchanges. As a secondary market develops, tokenized assets could rival or even surpass traditional stock markets in scale. However, proper due diligence is essential. Investors must verify that tokens are legally backed by the real assets, that custody arrangements are transparent, and the regulatory requirements are met. Scams can easily disguise themselves as tokenization projects, so education and awareness remain critical, which is what I am doing in this video, what we are doing in this video to educate you. It is important to also use trusted platforms that comply with local and international regulations. Looking forward, tokenization will likely become part of everyday life. Banks will tokenize deposits, government will tokenize infrastructure projects, artists will tokenize their creative work, and ordinary people will hold digital shares of the world's wealth. Just like the internet transformed communication, tokenization will transform ownership. Experts predict that within the next decade, over $10 trillion worth of assets could be tokenized. This shift will blur the line between digital and traditional markets. Institutions will integrate blockchain as a core part of their financial infrastructure, and we will witness new classes of hybrid financial products combining an on-chain efficiency with off-chain stability. For blockchain adoption, tokenization is the bridge between crypto and real-world economy. It brings legitimacy to the space, invites institutional participation, and empowers individuals to be part of the global financial network. Whether you are a developer, investor, or even entrepreneur, understanding tokenization is understanding the future of finance. So in conclusion, tokenization of real-world assets represents one of the most powerful transformations in modern economics. It's unlocking liquidity, increasing transparency, and redefining ownership for the digital age. As more government and corporate individuals embraces it, the global economy will move closer to a fully interconnected, tokenized system. This is not just innovation, it's evolution. So you have to stay informed, stay curious, and stay ready for the future of tokenized finance. So for you to benefit stocks like this and get access to some good information like this, all you have to do is to hit that subscribe button and like this video right now. Comment what you think. What tokenized asset have you currently owned?
So how do you find real-world assets tokenized cryptos? Now all you need to do is go to your CoinMarketCap and then click on categories. Now what you're going to search here, you're going to see a lot of categories. You can see real-world asset protocols right here. So here you can also see real-world tokenized treasury bonds, tokenized treasury bills, and then if you scroll down, you're going to see a lot. O&O global, you can see O&O global markets right here, and then tokenized commodities. So you will see a whole lot of real world asset that is being tokenized right here. So all you need to do, to type search is WA, and then you find more. But that's on CoinMarketCap's categorize them into such different categories. All right, now if you go to CoinGecko, let's search on CoinGecko. Now CoinGecko also provide these categories. On CoinGecko, let's see, you can customize. Let's see, customize. Now on CoinGecko, if you check on CoinGecko, you go to categories up there. Now you will see these different categories right here. Now you can see treasury bonds tokenized right here, and then you find a whole lot of other reward asset that is being tokenized right here. Okay, or better still, here's what you can do. If you don't want to visit like that, you can search reward asset tokenization, and then you will see it will come in categories. Let's say you're searching in categories, you want to see it in categories. So now you can see here reward asset. Let's tap on it. Now we're going to see all the reward asset that is being tokenized right here, and from there you can do your research on any one of them and then decide to invest on them.